You're all set. You're live everywhere. Let's hear it. Tommy Ragen. Woo!
Alright, this is an original song called Lifeline. You're my lifeline, girl. All the things we used to do. Pictures on my phone with you. I wish that you would call me more. Saying that we don't talk no more. Tears are falling on the floor. In that moment I was paralyzed. That's because, girl, I can't have no compromise. Just like last time, there was something strange behind those eyes. I wish I never saw through your disguise. Whoa. You're my lifeline, lifeline, whoa. You're my lifeline, lifeline, you're my lifeline, girl. All the things we used to do, pictures on my phone with you. I wish that you would call me more, saying that we don't talk no more. Tears are falling on the floor. In that moment I was hypnotized. That's because, girl, I can't have no compromise. Just like pussy, baby, I'm no good at goodbye. I wish I never saw through your disguise. You're my lifeline, lifeline, you're my lifeline, lifeline, you're my lifeline, girl. You're my lifeline, girl.
Holy God. I feel like you've been through like 300 breakups, like 10 divorces. How do you get that passion, man? I was sad for you. Holy wow. Oh, man.
You know, honestly, I've never been, I'm just a 12, so I've obviously never been in a relationship. I guess a lot of the way that emotions are expressed in a lot of songs are through relationships and like breakups and stuff. So sometimes what I do is I'll put like other emotions and other things that have happened, and instead of like talking about it as it, I talk about it as she, you know, because that's, also like, other artists have done that too. I don't know the exact name of one, but I'm pretty sure like a big artist, I don't know, but they just talk about it as she because, you know, that's just kind of the pop culture, just like talking about girls and like breakups and stuff, you know.
But you absolutely captured the pain, the suffering, the sadness, the confusion, and the whole like lifeline. The title is perfect. That I need you so much. My life without you is valueless and worthless. And like you say, I didn't really have a relationship. You sang perfectly about a relationship, and you wrote that song. That's crazy.
Yeah, I listen to a lot of not breakup music, but like not sad music, emotional music is the way that I put it. Not like, oh, I'm so sad, just like not breakup. Sorry, I listen to like a lot of emotional music, and you know, they talk about like girls and like relationships and like dating people and that. So I guess that like I can like kind of make the words of like what I'm going through into like a relationship and like how they talk about it.
Oh wow! Well, it's amazing you're able to do that because, you know, some of these big songwriters, the pop stars, have 10 or 12 people writing their songs with them or even for them. Like, look it up. Your dad will tell you. And you did this on your own. That's insane. Can you play something else? Because that was so good. Can you play a little of Chasing so people can get, you know, crazy about it?
Should I play Chasing?
No.
Yeah, I can't. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
it was spoiled the movie.
No problem. No playing Chasing. Anything else? Just
song from the movie.
Anything. Can you play something? Play something where you just jam out and, you know, people really see how incredible and fast and whatever. Because
that was the only one that I had prepared, but I'll try.
Okay. Because I saw in the video, I watched you and I was blown away. I play guitar. I'm not good, but I can recognize someone who is insanely good. And I saw you playing in the preview, and it was crazy.
Thank you. I appreciate that way. This is in like a different tuning. Alright. Alright. This is an original song called Bliss Over.
Alright. I don't know what to say. You are definitely one of the very few people who are so talented in many things that it makes me look at myself and go, what went wrong? Dude, I don't even know how you write and play and sing and act and do all these things. But I'm happy to know you, and I'm glad we're talking. That song reminded me of so many different types of songs, like a instrumental Guns N' Roses song, and then some other bands. I mean, it's so perfect, but my confusion is how you have the lyrics.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, I have no idea.
That's the best answer I could ask for, because I don't think there is an explanation.
I don't know if there's any other answer, What am I supposed to say? Yeah.
Yeah, it just happens. You know, some people, they just, some can paint, some can sing, some can write, whatever. It's amazing. Now, do you ever get crazy when you're playing electric guitar and maybe doing some heavy metal stuff and you're like, that's it, I have to end it with smashing the guitar? Your mom's like, you smash that guitar, you're grounded forever.
No, I've never done, no. But like, yeah, I mean, that song, it's a rock song. It's like, but the way that I played it acoustically, I kind of made it into more of like, I mean, a so-called, like maybe like, I guess more of a ballad. Because, my style, like when it comes to rock, my style is like, it's like, the song is like, kind of like more of like, an acoustic vibe song, but like but the instrumental is like more rock. So it's kind of, that's like, I feel like that's kind of something like, that's like my favorite type of rock to play. Just, you know, something, you know, because I always love just like acoustic music, like solo stuff, but I also love rock. So the combination of that, I really enjoy.
What you said is actually something maybe the audience doesn't understand, but what you played, if you played that with a rock guitar with distortion on a Marshall amp or a Mesa Boogie amp on like a Les Paul or, you know, who knows what kind of guitar, that would be like a heavy metal rock power thing. That beginning and the intro and the chords and the power chords, people hear it and it's beautiful on the acoustic, but that's some powerful stuff. That's like Metallica, and people don't realize it. So do you ever switch off sometimes and go like, that's it, I'm just going to amp up and hit the distortion and play your songs?
You know, I always felt like I never really soloed with distortion a lot, because I feel like it's going to help my technique, because I'm not saying all of these great rock stars, they have great technique, but like before I want to put on distortion, I want to have really good technique, so I don't need to have distortion to make it sound good. And that's what all the rock guitarists have done, because they all have great technique. Like, no disrespect to any of them, they all are great. But like, I want to like kind of like, you know, I feel like I might kind of just be lazy if I only play with distortion and like do the rock stuff. And you know, obviously, because I'm so young, I don't really want to get into the habit, like, because you know those guys are like get older and they've already kind of developed that great technique. So you know, I'm still trying to develop it and get better and stuff. So
I understand what you're saying totally. Yeah, it's a crutch, the distortion, and you don't have to have the perfect technique. And you know, a lot of notes fly by and they weren't perfect, or the bend wasn't perfect, and it gets hidden. But you're
yeah, that's why I play jazz and stuff, and I really do love jazz. So something that I've been doing a lot.
Perfect. Can you give us Stairway to Heaven, just like the first 10 chords, 10 bars or whatever?
I haven't played that in probably like 25 years, but
okay. That's 25 years.
I don't know if I even remember it.
Is there something that you like to play that's not yours, that's recognizable to everybody else? Something big, maybe?
All right, wait. Let me see if I remember this.
Okay.
That's all I remember.
There you go. You got it. You still got it. Now, the one quote I loved, you said, after School of Rock, there was so much rock that it took 235.67 years to get back.
Yeah.
To unrock yourself. That was the funniest quote of last night. So it's not 200 and whatever years, but have you unrocked yourself? Are you okay now?
No. Oh no.
No. I'll never be.
147.67 years, or how many I said. That much.
That's funny. So your parents put you into a situation that is going to, for 250 million years, have you rocked out.
Yes.
Well, maybe that subconsciously is helping you rock out on the acoustic right here. So lastly, anything on the set that happened, like what was one of your best moments? Was it while you were acting, or when you guys were all together joking and putting spiders on your heads, or when you rapped?
So the moment I'm most proud of probably is like I had this crying scene, and I mean my mom had she had to sing me this song from Waitress called "She Used to Be Mine," and I always get emotional whenever my mom sings that, because it just makes me like, you know, I never want to see my mom singing a sad song, like, and she just had this emotion behind her voice. So she's saying that to me like every time before like we do a take, and like, you know, I'd actually be able to cry, and it kind of made me a little bit like it kind of carried on after we filmed, because having to be that emotional, you know, it kind of sticks with you for a little while. Like, not like for like more than a day, but just like, I mean, but it was all sad scenes that day. So it was like, but I mean, that was the first time I ever really had to do a crying scene. So it was, it was a great experience, you know, seeing what that's like.
Well, that's the toughest scene there is, because they say it's not if the actor is crying, it's if the audience is crying. So that's the most challenging one, to be so believable in your tears and your sadness that people at home are crying. And I'm sure that's what's going to happen with me when I see you crying. Real quick, you mentioned that almost, I think, all of the music that is played with the band, you wrote. All of it, through the whole movie. That's incredible. That's just insane. And then even some of the stuff on the soundtrack you said you had influence on or were part of?
Yeah, well, all the songs that the band played that are my songs and stuff, like, they're all on the soundtrack, yeah.
Okay. Well, that isn't, I don't know, you can't be more proud of yourself, and same with your parents. You nailed it, kid. You definitely get, you're not a kid, but I mean, at 7, writing that song makes me think, wow, maybe there's hope for this world if someone like you is out there doing this. Take care of your fingers. Don't get caught indoors. There's a lot of stuff ahead. We need you. Anyone you want to shout out to that was involved in this, or?
Shout out to my friend Danny. He was in the movie. Big shout out to my grandma Linda. She was in the movie.
Grandma's in the movie? Awesome.
My very talented sister, who literally is like so talented.
Your hype man.
No, and she's like the best singer I know. And
what's her name? What's her name, dude? What's her name?
Tommy Ragen. She's in the movie. She plays Avocado Toast Girl.
Avocado Toast Girl. Okay, I will look for that. Perfect.
And yeah, shout out to everyone. There's so many people. I don't want to miss anyone, but like, shout out to, thank you to my parents and everyone that supported me throughout this journey. Shout out to all my grandparents, including my grandma Linda, and everyone, just everyone. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I was waiting for the parents one. I was going to throw that in if that didn't come up, but you nailed it. You definitely nailed it. All right, my friend, tell us when the movie's coming out and what it's called.
This Friday.
This Friday, we finally have something in this country to look forward to. The Mighty Oak, and here's the Oak Man himself. He's behind the whole thing. He made it happen. If you could say your name and they're watching Chance TV, that would be perfect.
This is Tommy Ragen, and you're watching Chance TV.
Thank you, buddy. Stay on. I'm just going to turn off the broadcasting stuff.
Okay.
Tommy's the man. He rocks. Catch him on Mighty Oak this Friday. Okay, got it. 1 sec. Okay, perfect. All right, so we're done with that. We're ending broadcast. Everything is off.